Okay, it's recording. Okay, can you state your name, please?
Dara Elizabeth Kane.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am from Huntington, and so I went to Spring Valley High School and Marshall University, graduated from Marshall, and then I started my career as a broadcast journalist and moved first to Clarksburg and Morgantown, West Virginia, and spent about 4 years there, and then had the opportunity to move back here. I've been working in Huntington and Charleston for the past 3 years.
Where did you get all your schooling and where did you intern at?
I got all my schooling at Marshall University at the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications and got my degree in broadcast journalism. I interned at KDKA TV in Pittsburgh and with the Money and Politics editor at the station, and then came back here and interned at WSAZ also.
Where did you receive your first job after you got your degree?
My first job was at WDTV, a CBS affiliate in Bridgeport, West Virginia.
Did you have good or bad experiences with your internships?
For the most part, they were very good. You don't get paid for a broadcasting internship, so I had to pinch pennies for a long time when I lived in Pittsburgh for several months, and then work at the same time I was doing my internship here, just so I could get the most out of it.
What was your favorite memory from school or your interning experience?
Well, as an intern, I got to cover a lot of things surrounding the 2004 presidential election. So I got to go behind the scenes when I was in Pittsburgh at the Democratic convention up there, meet a lot of the Democratic presidential candidates, and then also when former President George W. Bush came to Huntington as an intern, I also got to go and cover that. So I also have a background in political science. One of my minors was political science, so that was really interesting for me to be able to go experience that.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do now and what your job is?
I am a one-man band reporter for WCHS TV and Fox 11 here in Huntington. I started out in Charleston almost 4 years ago as the morning reporter, and then moved down to Huntington for our bureau down here, and I shoot, edit, produce, and report stories. Do all of the jobs rolled into one.
What type of news stories do you report on?
Just whatever is going on during the day. Last week I covered everything from a trial involving someone who was driving under the influence and killed a small child, to a pet therapy dog at the Veterans Hospital, and drug bust, meth bust, car accidents, fires, anything and everything in between.
What type of reporting is your favorite?
I like to do the stories I feel make a difference. I covered a lot of hard news stories last week, which can deal with anything from a robbery to a murder, but I like to cover the stories that I feel like the pet therapy, that they actually are making a difference in people's lives and kind of bettering them.
What major challenges and problems have you faced, and how did you handle them?
I think starting out as a one-man band reporter, doing my own camera work, I feel kind of cornered into doing that. So once I picked up a camera, I've been doing it for the last 8 years, pretty much on my own, with the exception of maybe a couple months here and there. But so I like doing my own camera work, but at the same time, if I wouldn't have picked it up the first time, then maybe I would have a photographer now.